Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually out of breath from literally standing up to push record. I have asthma, leave me alone. So yes, hi, welcome back. My name is Sam. I'm a writer. I write young adult, middle grade fantasy fiction, all that stuff under the pen name of Frances June. You can find all of my books that are available in the description below. And sometimes I post on YouTube and talk about stuff. It doesn't happen very often, but it happens. So let's just get into it. I just wanted to kind of pop in and say, are you doing NaNoWriMo this year? Now, if you've been following me for a while or you follow me on social media, you'll know that I do NaNoWriMo every year. My social media name is SamoWriMo, and I think this might be my 11th or 12th year doing it. I lose track of time, and with the 2 years of COVID that we had, I legitimately don't even know what life is anymore. I don't think I'll ever recover. But yes, I will be doing NaNoWriMo this year, and I do already have my profile set up, not my profile, but my project for this year is all set up on my NaNoWriMo profile, which again I'll link down below. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on and see who else is doing. I came up with an idea for my project this year a few weeks ago and was super duper into, like, I was so excited planning it, Pinterest boards and all of that jazz, but I wasn't kind of getting too ahead of myself because I didn't really want to get planning until October, because I love to do Plantober, Preptober, whatever you want to call it. I love to do it in October just for the added like juiciness of the ideas, if that's okay to say. And then this first week that's just passed, I kind of already done the first week's prep, but now I'm starting to worry that the idea that I had, like, I don't know how to pull it off. So it's a completely different genre, a different type of book than I'm usually writing, because I tend to stick to young adult books when I do NaNoWriMo. And this one isn't a young adult book, and it's also a mystery in a way. It's kind of like dark academia, mystery, and I guess we'll see if I can do it. I love a challenge. I do love a challenge. But I just wanted to kind of find out if anybody else is doing it, and let me know your social media names, like Instagram handles. This is how old I am. I do think, rather than your username, I just think of like an internet handle, because I grew up in the 90s. And yeah, let me know, because I do want to find more writer friends on the internet to keep up with and see how everyone's doing. But other than that, this last week, the first week of October, the planning that I tend to do, I mean, I always actually refer to my own videos, and I will link the cards above, whichever side they pop up. I don't know, this is going to flip, so probably over here. I always follow my own videos for Plantober, Preptober, because I did a really good job of breaking everything down for myself and for other people. So if you haven't checked those out, definitely go and have a look if you want to know the best way to prepare for NaNoWriMo, because it really does break it down. 4 weeks of planning really, in my opinion, gets you ready for the whole month of November. There is no way to fail if you follow the plan. So the first week that's just gone, I would tend to come up with a plot and a synopsis. Forgive me for reading off my phone. Start with some character names and also figure out the name of the book. I was so lucky this year that all of that information came to me within a day. A few weeks ago I was kind of just mulling over some ideas, and I'd kind of had this idea for a dark academia book after watching a film, and I thought, oh, I would love to write something that's kind of like this but a little bit more twisted. The film was Dead Poets Society, and it honestly became, like, when I was watching it, one of my all-time favourite films. I loved it. So I wanted to do a book kind of like that, but a bit more twisty and turny. So I had that kind of general idea, and then one day the plot and the title of the book came to me in an instant. So I have kind of already been prepared to write this book for a while. So now I just have to make it through the next 3 weeks of planning and hope that I can figure out all the details, which is always the most daunting part. So if you're doing NaNoWriMo this year and you're kind of freaked out about all of the things that you need to do and you think you can't do it, just get through the planning and it will all fall into place. And I'm sorry if I keep like looking away, but it's turning into a really nice day outside and I cannot not look at the trees. This is a constant thing in my life, is having to look outside at trees. Whilst I'm not going to go through all of the planning stuff because there are those videos to watch, and I really, even though they are my own videos, I really do highly recommend watching them if you want to figure out how to plan out a book. But this next week I will be figuring out the start, the middle and the end of the book and kind of just breaking down the chunks. I feel like I use terrible words. I don't use like nice internet words. I use really like words that you don't want to hear people say. So yeah, I'll be kind of doing like trying to write the chunks of what's going to happen in the start, the middle and the end, and also trying to develop my Pinterest board a little bit more just so I can start visualising what's going to happen. And yeah, I'm really actually excited about that. I already have a Pinterest board because I always start with a Pinterest board. I'm a very visual person. I have to see, like I can see things in my head and I kind of have to put them out into the real world because then that makes them real. And then yeah, I guess I don't really know what this video is about other than me just talking to you about my planning of NaNoWriMo. But in the meantime, whilst I'm doing all that, I am actually editing my NaNoWriMo book from last year. I have my printed manuscript with all of my editing notes on it, and what I'm doing is basically rewriting the whole book based on notes. Usually I just start a new document and paste all of the previous draft into it and then edit that. But actually, I don't think I'll ever do that again. As somebody who like feels like their book actually never progresses other than just like tweaks and stuff, I can't tell you the difference it makes by just rewriting the whole thing page by page and seeing how much better you make the work from that. It just makes such a difference. And I think I might do a full video about that at some point because like that is a revelation to me, and it's only because one of my friends told me that that's what they do and I thought that was crazy, and then it wasn't crazy. I really should have planned this video. This is my problem. As somebody who is 99.999% sure they have ADHD, I just impulsively grabbed the camera and started filming. So that's why my videos are like this. I don't plan. The only thing that I ever plan in my life are my books. So that's where we are. I'm really loving this new editing process. So if you're interested, or maybe if not, I'll just do it. I don't really care. I'm just going to do a video about that kind of editing at some point in the near future. And I also did really want to do a video on Vellum, the publishing software, formatting and all that stuff. So that's also on the way. I really wish that I had thought of what to say before I started filming. But let's end with this. The current book that I'm reading is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've never actually read any of her books before, even though I know they're like insanely popular, but I tend to miss out on all the popular stuff because my back catalogue of like my TBR pile is books from years ago. So yes, I'm reading this at the moment. I've read the first chapter, kind of enjoyed it, so I'll keep going with that. The crux of this video, if we're going to wrap it up and do like a Jerry Springer final thoughts, I'm pretty sure it was Jerry Springer that did that, is that I'm doing NaNoWriMo this year. I'm currently in the planning stage. If you want to also plan, watch my older videos because they are actually good. And also just to see my different hair. My hair changes constantly. I'm kind of waiting for the opportune time to change my hair at the moment because I'm going to my sister's wedding next month and I have to plan it so that my hair is correct for the wedding, and I can't start too early. So go back and see what my hair used to be like and enjoy. Plan your book. Tell me your social media names and stuff so that we can follow each other and I can see what you're writing as well. Okay, I'm going to get back to what I was doing literally before I started pressing record, which is catching up with all the YouTube channels that I follow. So thanks for watching. I mean, I wish I could say that I was sorry for these types of videos, but is this not, like, at least I'm different to other people and I'm not just reading off a sheet or overly perky. I feel like that's my USP. Anyway, yes, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.